Namaskar. We are back again with our next episode of How a Man is Reborn. Now, How is a Man Reborn by Swami Satprakashananda. This is what we are doing. All right. Today, the chapter that we are going to do is How is an Individual Born? It gives you a comprehensive idea of the whole theory. Maharaj says, truly speaking, it is the case of rebirth of one of the many individuals who die somewhere from time back. Death is not the end of an individual, nor is birth the beginning of him. There is no place for accidentalism in human life which is meaningful. In order to find how a man is reborn, we have to find how he dies. At death, the self, that is the real man, leaves the physical body but retains the subtle and casual body. The causal body. The mind, with all its contents, belongs to the subtle body. According to those impressions of karma, volition, that is, volitional action, experiences, and thoughts, that becomes prevalent in the mind of the dying man. A very fine physical vesture for the subtle and the causal body is formed at the time of his departure from the gross body. This fine garb carries the potencies of the next gross body he assumes. He may go to a higher or a lower region impelled by the impressions of karma. But when these are exhausted, the residual karma will lead him eventually to this human plane, where alone he has chance for liberation. It is to be noted that unredeemed or unliberated souls are subject to rebirth and not the liberated ones. When a bound soul is ready for rebirth on the human plane, the impressions of his karma lead to the parents from whom he can secure the materials for his gross body. The fine physical vestures that he wears has the potency to acquire the necessary material elements. Being associated with food, he enters the body of the male parent suitable for this purpose. From there, he turns into a potent seed for his development as an individual. This is the seed that, being united with the appropriate female parent, and becomes ready for germination. These are the two specialized male and female reproduction cells that are responsible for birth of offspring out of countless sperms and ova that are brought into the play. A tree may bear any number of fruits, yet they differ from one another in spite of their similarity due to common origin. Similarly, every seed in the human body also is different. Led by its karma, the transmigrating soul gets into the requisite parent's body, which gives him a physical form. This physical body is by no means a matter of chance, nor is this brought about by blind natural force. Behind it is the universal law of cause and effect in the form of the law of karma. According to the Upanishads, in the male parent, it sows the seed of the offspring in the soil of the female parent. It is said in the Chandogya Upanishad, woman indeed is the fire, O Gautama. Into this fire, the gods, that is the presiding deities of the organs, offer the libation of semen. Out of this offering arises the fetus. So says the Brihadakarna Upanishad. Reaching the earth while coming down from the celestial sphere, They, that is, the soul of those who performed sacrificial rites and righteous deeds in order to go to higher regions of sense fulfillment, become food, being associated with rice, barley, etc. Then they are again offered in the fire of man, thence in the fire of woman, whence they are born and perform rites with a view to going to other worlds. Thus do they rotate until they gain the saving knowledge which frees them from the cycle of rebirth and repeated rebirth. Here, the father is said to be the protector. Now, we will go to the next part. The doctrine, Maharaj will continue. He says, the doctrine of reincarnation makes life meaningful. It explains man's present existence with the reference to its past and future. If birth be the beginning of life, then death must be its end. Rationally, we cannot accept future life without acknowledging our existence in the past. The assumption of future life is based on the recognition of the present life as its pre-existence. Every child is born with a particular psychological condition. What makes the difference? Hereditary cannot logically explain the difference in the inborn aptitudes of the individuals. The doctrine of reincarnation provides the only satisfactory explanations of inequalities of life. An individual's weal and woe, weakness and excellence, knowledge and ignorance, rise and fall depend upon primarily on his own past thoughts and deeds. No external agency, parental or divine, dispensation, chance, or fate is responsible for them. The doctrine rejects both hereditary and predestination as the source of human life. It makes man self-reliant. It distinguishes the real man, the changeless self, from the ever-changing psychological adjunct and points out the cause of his bondage and the way to freedom. A clear knowledge of the interrelation of the body, the mind, and the self in human personality is the key to self-mastery. These three factors are distinct from one another, although closely associated. One does not originate from, nor can one be identified with, any of the two other. According to biology, hereditary and environment are the two principal factors in the origin and development of an individual. Of these two, hereditary is basic. It views the fertilized egg as a material unit composed of the physical particles derived from both the parents. To maintain the origin and development of man from this very source is to advocate the fundamental reality of matter. It is tantamount to saying that man's spiritual self as well as the mind originate from gross matter. Such a position is untenable. Physical processes can produce physical light, but not the light of consciousness marked by self-awareness, which distinguishes spirit from matter. Man's spiritual self is not actually born, nor does it die, but transmigrates from the time being under the law of karma. So as long as we are under the law of karma, we will keep on transmigrating from one birth to the other, or from, as you may wish to say, from one death to the next death. So death is only a pause. It is not a full stop. For that to make it into a full stop, we have to get out of this cycle of births and rebirths, and that is, it can be done only through our karmas. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Do stay tuned to Devakshar, like and share our videos, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Please comment and let us know how you like our videos, and do watch our other videos also. Thank you so much for being with us. Namaskar.